the land, the silence breaks. The destroyer is approaching and sees us in the light. The enemy has us, we die down. The screws turn, we go down. Depth charges fall, the ocean screams. Explosions in the depths, those teeth far and wide. The close, the steel becomes soft. The pressure becomes stronger, the water screams. We die deeper, but time runs out. Fear in the hearts that plunge us all. The depth presses, the walls quake. Every breath a tremor of fear. The soda beats, the enemy is so close. The hull creaks, the silence is so clear. The men shiver, hope flees. In this darkness only death sees us. The pressure increases, the boat becomes heavy. Hell surrounds us, no escape. Depth bombs fall, the ocean screams. Explosions in the depths, those teeth far and wide. The close, the steel becomes soft. The pressure becomes stronger, the water screams. We dive deeper, but time runs out. Fear in our hearts that blinds us all. No escape. Death bombs fall, the ocean screams. Explosions in the depths, those teeth far and wide. The boat grows, the steel becomes soft. The pressure becomes stronger, the water screams. Inside, but we don't give up. Even if we lose everything. The last bomb falls, the sea becomes quiet. But no one knows when the fate wants to save us. In the darkness of the depths, the ocean holds us tight. When only we'll ever surface, the deck remains a mystery and test. Water bombs fell, the air was scarce. The pressure of the lungs, hope almost extinguished. The boat grows, the steel almost gives way. But one last time it rises with all its might. The sun breaks through, the depths set us free. Escaped death, but the heart remains heavy. Death's bombs fall, the air was strained. Every breath a tremor of fear. The boat grows, the steel almost gives way. But one last time it rises with all its might. The sun breaks through, the depths set us free. Escaped death, but the heart remains heavy. The bombs fell, the air was scarce. The pressure on the lungs, hope almost extinguished. The boat grows, the steel almost gives way. But one last time it rises with all its might. The sun breaks through, the depths set us free. Escape death, but the heart remains heavy.
Alright. Okay, we are back. And welcome to the stream. I'm Peli-Rami. In my day job, I teach programming, software development, and game development also. And hello Twitch, hello YouTube equally. Today we are going to dive into the hell once again. We have been dying a lot recently in a U-boat, so I suppose we should survive at least one mission this time. But anyway, hey, if you want to help, liking on the YouTube side, liking helps a lot, and in the Twitch, please drop me a line if you like my content or you have ideas. So, probably going to change the streaming schedule at some point, but so far, as you can see, we are going to play this new game called Atomfall on Thursday. It's not pretty long, but it's like a British Fallout-ish Stalker game. And Saturday we are going to play Subnautica Below Zero and Stalker 2. Both are like edging towards the end game. Subnautica isn't a long game. It's interesting, Subnautica Below Zero. It's like a standalone DLC basically. Stalker 2 in other hand has been like a pretty long, and it's working pretty nice now. They updated so far, so I have been really digging it. So please check if you so desire. But anyway, we can now dive into the U-boat and continue war. It's year 1942, and we are housing the Convoys on the North Atlantic with the Arctic Sea. Last time we have been dying a lot and have been edging the difficulty up, so it's now over 80%, 83, I think. I'm still playing with the outside visuals and map because for the viewers. And I just recently turned Darker Nights off, so now you can actually see something, which is like a pretty big problem. And this is where we were left. So we were like dying to get to the after Convoy, but it's like a goal in the war is not to die for your country, but put the other guy die for their country. So, and this is current route. So this was the first estimation. Now it's like second estimation is here. So we are. Okay. So we met this convoy a bit earlier than PD-73. Okay, let's keep on surface. So there's one destroyer, two destroyers, and several other ships. So let's keep on the surface and try to edge around the convoy.
Äußerste Kraft voraus. Melden Sie sich zur Wache. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Okay. This is not good. I'm surprised how bright this is. So we should make something like this. there's another destroyer. Yep.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
And I think there were like other submarines that were tailing this convoy. How's the time? Early morning. So we just need to slip through the patrols here. No point of actually trying to barge through. We have been trying it many times, and it has always like been pretty bad. Now we could actually try the deck awash. So in this version of the game, it's developers totally reworked the deck awash mechanic. So it's not as effective. But it's like lowering your time to dive, for example. And guys can still be at the tower. It's just the deck is awash. We are still doing like something like 17 knots. So it's more like about fuel economy other than anything else. Can we slip through here? Okay, so 12 knots, 11, 12 knots. I think it's still enough for us to get through. Yep, we are gaining. Okay, safer way would be just to approach the convoy from the front, drive around, and but they have a forward guard as well, so this is like a rear guard. So unless our friend boats are doing anything. And when we dive, we can do something like 9 knots only, because some of these merchants have guns, and we kind of learned it the hard way.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
Wir wissen, wie es geht. Drehen wir den Spieß gegen diese Jäger um.
This is big convoy. Okay, they're turning on us.
Kurs setzen.
Uh,
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
last time we managed to slip through the gaps in a convoy surprisingly well. Or we had to like barge through the area that was patrolled, so so that's it. 1.8 kilometers with the full speed. Okay, now they're hearing us.
Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
let's launch the decoy. So if we can avoid this, then we would have a chance to get inside the convoy. I was thinking of going really deep.
60 Meter. Schraubgeräusch. Kriegsschiff. 150 Grad. Kurs setzen. 75 Meter. Kurs setzen. Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet. 95 Meter.
Where did they lost us?
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. 105 Meter.
Okay, I think we slipped through. Or they dropped the depth charges and now are pretty depth. The thing is with the ASDIC that they need to always like drop blind.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Low speed. So they are listening. So that's always like in with the ASDIC that you are going to lose the submarine when you are close. So if they time their avoidance correctly. Ship spotted. No. I don't think you are spotting anything from the steel tube. Medium man closing in. High and moving away. Circling around. But they kind of lost us. Some distance away. Okay, that was bad idea. 3 to... okay, so they are definitely hunting us. Yep, it looks like this. Ouch. Let's try... Okay. Ouch. Yep. I think that's almost like a direct hit. Okay. Ouch. That's like a very bad breach. Okay, I think we died. Okay, that's like unrecoverable loss. That's like a very big hole in our ship. Okay, so we died again. Okay, maybe I need to rethink my tactic, because just trying to smash through the defenses doesn't work. Or if I get like detected, it's like a very bad idea to just hang around. So we had like a couple chances to get away from the. Also, why is our captain just watching the periscope?
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Something I don't understand here.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Yeah, I liked how the last stream play was like a masterful until I made like the last mistake, which was totally stupid. But yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, I suppose more defensive play. Let's not like a.
Als eingespielte Mannschaft werden wir den Feind zeigen, wozu ein U-Boot in der Lage ist. Diesel besetzen. Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
So we
Korvette, 310 Grad. Korvette, 290 Grad.
so they detected our. So we can now see where the radio usage warships that use the radio are.
Schneller, schneller.
Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
Okay, is it the wolf about Wolfpack? Yeah, okay, so they are now coordinating Wolfpack. I think we might have missed that before, or didn't have happen. So once again, we have like a chance of making a gung-ho attack our bows, all by ourselves, or just join the Wolfpack.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet. Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
So we could try the Wolfpack attack. It's over here. Okay. Or we can try to sneak in by ourselves. Okay, so they are alarmed. But now we are like creeping in before them.
Alarm beenden.
No radar detected, so I suppose they are not equipped with one. The problem which I had with the Wolfpack is that it's like a feels too easy way to get inside the convoy. So it doesn't feel like a work. So let's see, the convoy is about traveling 69 degrees or something. More or less. So 249. So when I'm seeing the convoy in this direction, I know that I'm roughly in the correct position.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Melden Sie sich zur Wache.
I think this should be like a pretty good angle. Preferably I would like to go from the side, but that's not like always option. Going from the front is like a foolproof, because you usually know where it's traveling.
Torpedorohr 5. Torpedorohr 2 gewartet. Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
So now we are approaching from the front, and it has its own issues, but I think it's much less than from the approaching from the behind.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Yep, I think it's enough.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
And I wouldn't like to go with the 0 knot speed, like a full stop, because historically U-boats needed like a bit of speed to maintain their depth. So it's not really a historical thing to just wait dead stop in the below.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter. E-Motoren wechseln.
Alarm! Konvoi in Sicht. Peilung 10 Grad.
Herr Kaloin?
Alright.
Schraubengeräusche, Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 0 Grad.
45 Meter. Meter.
So at least these are like warships.
U-Boot, 25 Grad.
160 Meter.
65 Meter. 85 Meter.
Schraubengeräusch, Kriegsschiff. Peilung 25 Grad.
This is a warship. Silent rune enabled.
105 Meter. U-Boot, 20 Grad. 125 Meter. 145 Meter.
This is the warship. I think we avoided one at least. Maybe two. It's going to take some time to come up from here, so I'm going to do the periscope death. Okay, that's a destroyer. Okay, destroyer. That's a ship spell. Oh. Unknown ship. Okay, we can take the like there's a freighter. Looks like a C3. That's very close. So we could probably shoot an aft torpedo to that. The big ship.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 449 Meter. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 1, 2, 5, Bug links.
Still sailing smoothly, so it's not aware that we are here. There's a tanker over there. Small tanker, but it's still like a tanker. Have you done a mission where you had to sail through the strait to lay special? Mediterranean. Yeah, I've done the Gibraltar mission. Okay, AOBs.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 9-1 links. Geschwindigkeit 6 Knoten.
We used to have like these harbor crashers at the Mediterranean, like sailing to the harbor and sinking every ship there. Okay, that's pretty close.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 7-6 links. Entfernung zum Ziel 4-5-7 Meter.
Those might heard something. Mechanical computer, it's pretty slow. Angle is getting worse by the minute, so. Yeah, it started to zigzag, so that's why we are going to use the fat torpedo. Oh. Let's take the second distance.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 6-9-2 Meter. Aktualisieren. Winkel 6-6 links. Los!
Okay. These might go horribly wrong. Angle isn't the best. It started to be like a pretty, and I forget to use the magnetic because I have tried to use the magnetic pistols because they had been so unreliable. They should be more reliable now, but this might be a glancing blow. Okay, that was lucky hit. I'll just say it loud. That was lucky hit. I need a bit more speed. A bit more speed. Although I shouldn't like a speed because there's this warship. And you are not probably going to load fast enough. There's one over here, one over here. Rio Deserto torpedoed. I need a bit more speed to... Okay. Okay, it's going down. Doing the best Titanic impersonation. Richard March Hall. Okay. At least it's not the same ship we have been sinking many times over. Angle might be a bit bad. It's a C3, so I'm going to try because it's a big one. It's a big boy. Girl. Ships are girls. Some reason. I don't know why. Anyone who knows why the ships are called with as a lady, please tell me. And it might be sailing with the 6 knots or so. Then I think I did the mission where you need to invade the Scapa flow during the beta, and I really dislike it. It was like a very awful mission, very easy to get caught, and not really like in a real life. What really happened? It's speeding in 8 knots. Good thing we checked.
Aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 8 Knoten. Gegnerlage 6, Bug links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 1,383 Meter.
I think we are going to try without the fat torpedo. Fat torpedoes are very good when you shoot them in the middle of the convoy, but not like when you want to like do something.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 6, Bug links.
Mechanical computer. And there's one of our friends here. Okay. So I hope they are making lots of mess, or at least sound, lots of sound. Some distance away. Okay, so they are definitely attacking other U-boats. I'm constantly checking the distance because I got it so often so wrong.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1, 2, 5, 0 Meter.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Blackwater. That seems to be like a tanker. Dale class tanker, I think. Looks like it. Not the 3 masts. Dale has 2. There's a T2. Okay, so let's guess. Let's guess the distance. That's very close, by the way. It is one of those really close range shots once again.
4, 8, 3 Meter. Aktualisieren. Gegnerlage
Let's see.
1, 5, Bug links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Winkel 172 rechts.
I think we have time to measure the speed.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
But we could get like a way too close with this.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
One of those very close range shots. But you have a hydrophone.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt. Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik.
What?
Wir machen das schon.
How does tanker have a hydrophone?
Sie ist als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Treffer. Leere Schienen.
Ich könnte Hilfe gebrauchen.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich drum. Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Rohr 2 bewässern.
Okay, we sunk one.
Los.
I think that was a dot, by the way, which we just fired. I'm kind of eyeballing this right now, so that's a pretty cool shot, by the way. So it's going to hit, but it's very close range shot. Ah, it's speeding away. That's engine room shot. Okay, that's pretty violent. I suppose they were filled with the gasoline or something. I think we have a F2 ready. Hammond. SSAP Hammond. We have shot the Hammond many times, and this is not a singular term. It's a Liberty. It's probably doing 8 knots. Something like this. Distance. Let's take from here.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 680 Meter.
Unless they have a hedgehog, that's not really possible. We are next to the tanker. Ah, that's... The escort is coming into view. Ah, it's actually blocking the way. Okay, so they think we are here. That's like a blind shooting from the hip. So we probably should like do something not to ram the ship.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 4 Knoten.
That's a one tanker. I was a bit surprised the torpedo armed in time. Yeah, it was really close range shot. And I'm not going to lie. I was surprised as well. But it was realistic. Realistic range. Should be able to.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 8, 2, 4 Meter.
Now there's one danger that we could actually hit the sinking ship. So here's the situation. 120 meters and that's the tanker. But you know me, I like to take like a off chance shots. Okay, now it's synchronized. Sea conditions are fine.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 7, 9, 2 Meter. Lage 8, 0, Bug rechts. Los!
Yeah, let's take the fat torpedo. The very bare minimum distance. Yeah, it was definitely. Let's avoid the wreck and see what happens here. I have been inside the Type 2 prototype, which is like a CV707. It's a Finnish submarine called Vesikko, and they had this situation where Finns used to like Italian torpedoes at the start of the war. Boiler exploded. Boiler went up. I was aiming to the smokestack here, so okay. So basically, this story is that I think it was Vesikko. Let's reverse. So Vesikko is in a patrol and it sees like a Russian merchant. So it shoots 2 torpedoes, both hit, and nothing happens. When the merchant returns to the port, I think it's St. Petersburg, there's 2 torpedoes sticking in its hull. So the early war Italian torpedoes were like a not great at all. So it's like then again seawater is kind of bad for everything. So it's there's a second ship coming. These 2 are sinking. Yeah, bow shots. Our friend is here. It's a friendly submarine. It's kind of having a difficult time currently. I might want to shoot this, but then again we can also like use it as a cover. So let's get going. Also, we can apparently we can order our friendly submarines around, which is surprising, but that's how the game mechanics work. That's very interesting. A bit of RTS feature, a bit like American Type 14 torpedo. Yeah, yeah. It's like a pretty hard to. Do we want to torpedo this? Probably no. I would say no. I would say no. But yeah, this Vesikko was actually pretty crazy stuff. When I visited the ship, I was like a small boy. You can visit the submarine in Helsinki. It's public display. Hey, come on! I want to order my own submarine. Some UI bugs here. Okay, we can do it this way as well, but
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
okay, now I can select my own ship.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Okay, same thing here. I could go unrealistically stop. Yeah, let's stop. Because this is like a turkey shoot here. That's a minimum range shot once again. So we can back away. Whenever I get an AI ship, I can control. I command them to attack the escorts, so I can attack the freighters. Oh yeah, that actually works. I mean, taking that escort down would be like a great thing, indeed. Attacks here, okay. Okay, so I need to select another ship. I'm using this ship here as a cover. So I think its engines are going to mask our sounds. There's this bloodhound. I seen Lorient U-boat pens in real life back in 1984. Yeah, those are pretty good places to visit. Look at this ship is taking a direction towards us. Zigzagging pretty hardcore here.
Telegramm gesendet.
Okay, so this was the ship we are not going to shoot. Okay, I think it's now turning back to the route. Okay. I have yet to devise any formula to actually effectively engage with the zigzagging ships. So if anyone has like an idea what's the best tactic with them, it would be like a. Please tell me. I'm interested to know what other tactics people use in this game. Okay, so distance. You should be using tallest mast. I have been using like a leading or opposite of leading mast. But yeah, Type 2 submarine gameplay was pretty fun, but it was like annoying how few torpedoes you had. But it was really small, and apparently British escorts had like a very hard time to hit it with the depth charges. But it's like a half of this Type 7. So I'm definitely waiting the Type 9 DLC. Okay, now it's bobbing back.
Aktualisieren. Lage 110, Bug links. Gegnerfahrt 7 Knoten. Entfernung zum Ziel 102, 3 Meter. Aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 114 links. Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 9, 3 Meter. Winkel 1, 2, 1, Bug links.
Okay, let's wait that. Wait the computer to engage. And then shoot the torpedo. I need to recheck the range and angle. I usually eyeball them. You could actually go like this. $72. 90 minus 72. 80 degrees.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 111, Bug links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 91, Bug links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 1, 7, 8 Meter. Lage 9, 4 links. Aktualisieren. Lage 8-0 links. Los!
Okay, let's try this.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
We are way too close with the warship, so I would like to get away from here, like as soon as possible. Check out the PCC. There's the computer gaming channel for pointers hitting that are zigzagging. He's very good at it. Okay. Personal computer gaming channel. I need to write it down. That's a YouTube channel, right? Maybe he sunk something. Aim point is here. It's a boiler shot. It's a boiler shot. That was good. Not too much error.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Herr Kaloin.
wonder why it's tilting like that. Okay, so it's a Liberty. Okay, yes, it's a YouTube channel. Thank you. Honestly, I haven't bothered to read the manual, so let's clear that out. I've been reading books about the U-boats, but I haven't really read the manual of this game. So now the big secret is out, basically. And I haven't really checked into the modifications for this game. Had some, but for the current version, I guess content modifications, like more of everything, would be like great, and the name modification. I think we have sung in this ship like many times over. So definitely going to turn into mods at some point. So far this is like almost vanilla game. But this sinking physics overhaul actually improved a lot of things. So now it's like more sadistically fun to shoot things.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 4 Knoten. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1, 4, 5, 4 Meter. Winkel 9, 9, Bug links.
Tor 3 bewässern.
Okay, that's cool. That's cooking. Yeah, that's good, I think. Very toasty in here. This is a wow. That ship is actually having like a bad time. Not going great. My aim point was in a smokestack, so slightly a bit too much lead. Hammond is coming this way. Suppose I'm going to drive a bit forward and then like make a U-turn. Something like this, and then go after this ship. No, that's a Hammond. Good thing the defenses are totally in disarray. Okay, that's another Hammond. And the tanker was somewhere in this area. Yes, you're still moving. Apparently.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Okay, this ship survived.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Bestätige.
Kriegsschiffe kleine Zone.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
230 Grad.
Let's try this out. A bit of cooperation here.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
So Hammond is probably coming back around. Okay, now we can start to operate. So it's a Liberty. Angle on the of the bow, it's pretty big.
Schussunterlagen
This
aktualisiert.
distance seems to be okay.
Entfernung 1070 Meter.
Now it should start to turn back to the left side.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 4 Knoten.
Okay, that's another ship. AOB. That's something like, let's say 30. So I'm going to guesstimate it like a
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
half of it.
Lage 105 rechts.
Bewässern.
Bewässern.
That's a fat torpedo. Let's use the. Well, it's not warm torpedo, but still, it'd be like a pretty clear cut. It's pretty close. Now I'm shooting like a with a longer range information. So it's going to turn my... or change my point of impact. Okay, that was mistake, but I don't think it's going to be a big mistake. More like I take a bit too much lead. Okay, 300 meters difference. Okay, doesn't seem bad. Not at all. It's still like a boiler shot. Okay, did you die? No, it's still steaming. Okay, wasn't boiler shot. It's slightly a bit too much forward. Okay, so that's the difference.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
By the way, do we have a weapons? Well, it's listing alright, but suppose it was a bad shot. There's more escort ships here than a merchant, so.
Bestätige.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
Telegramm gesendet.
Hazard, okay. It's a liberty. Give me liberty or give me death. I'll give these people death. AOB quite a lot.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 5 Knoten. Aktualisieren. Lage 7-1 links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 1.
Let's not use the fat torpedo. So you can load. Once again, we are kind of running out of torpedoes, but that's a happy thing. Okay, these are still going strong with the, despite getting like torpedo hit. Okay. Apparently that can happen. Can we shoot again?
Bestätige.
Next thing we need to go defensive, though. We can get a trick shot to this ship here.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
That destroyer is very close, by the way. But I suppose we haven't counter detected, so that's why we are not getting like a hunted yet. And this was like a long range shot. A bit too much lead. And it's not a fat torpedo. Only thing that would have needed to be like a fat torpedo. Yeah, that's a... Okay, I suppose it's slowing it down, at least. So, couple bad hits here. Hammond.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 4 Knoten. Aktualisieren. Lage 5, 9.
We can't use the old information here, so...
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 9, 1 Meter.
Should we use the old information? They estimated it's 4 knots, but it might not be 4 knots anymore. It might be a lot less. So we need to check this out again. Apparently that's a bad place to hit. So aft shots are going to hit to the boiler room. Well, what do you know? I'm not really... I don't know much about different ships, like internal layout. Other than that boiler should be like somewhere down there, but... Still doing the 4 knots.
4 Knoten.
AOB, something like that. I think it's sailing smoothly in certain 43. Not badly.
Aktualisieren. Winkel 5, 7 rechts.
Bewässern.
AP hammered to Lazarus because it's keeping returning from the dead. Yeah, they are definitely running out of the Hammonds with this rate. We have sunk it like many times over. I'll definitely go to defensive for now.
Als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Can you do something for that? No, no, you can't. Of course. Yep, that's what I was afraid of.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
I suppose they detected our latest launch. Are we going to hit the same location? We are going to hit the same location. Oh no. Oh no. That was very powerful explosion. You don't see that every day. I think we just broke something. Strained and stressed. Okay, so oh, sure. Maybe this ship was carrying allied secret weapon, anti-gravity cheese or something. That must be like a most powerful explosion ever. almost flow over to the escort. Okay. AP Hammond at least twice in the same patrol. Yep. Okay, apparently these torpedoes are getting like a more powerful each year. Our torpedoes just broke the physics, so. Crazy stuff happens. Flying wrecks are apparently a danger to the U-boats as well. DD-72 sunk. Thank you. That was our friend. Okay, that was unlucky. Medium and closing in. I hope they have missed their... they have used their depth charges already. Okay. I thought I ordered the depth decoy to be released, but no. Or then I can't hear it because it's in the bubbles. Medium and closing in. High and closing in. Not a happy place to be. Moving away, low speed, probably listening. Ah, okay, hydrophone contact no longer. That's a decoy. So basically we are just sneaking away. Nothing glorious. Five to 10, 5 to 10, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. We could basically surface at any point. Yeah, they are very angry because they just lose their convoy. So. Okay. That's our friend is over there. Second friend is over there. So that's why they stopped hunting us. Go there. We are going here.
Diese Koordinaten setzen. Bestätige.
Zwei gelangt.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
That's coming really strong.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin. Tauchen auf. 165 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 10 Meter. Zerstörer 85 Grad. 50 Meter.
Okay, so it's turning around.
Aktuelle Tiefe 70 Meter. 90 Meter. 100.
It came towards us like it had like spotted us on the radar or something. Haven't seen the somersaulting since the Tough in Exile Silent Hunter 5 playthroughs. Lol. Yep, that's true. That's one of thing. So did Silent Hunter 5 have like a breaking physics? I suppose every game has, but I would help these friends, but I don't have a F-tube, so
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
why are you leading them here? Go there, away.
Kurs setzen. Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
U-Boot 190 Grad.
That's a lot better.
Kurs setzen. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
U-Boot 175 Grad. Zerstörer 175 Grad. U-Boot 170 Grad.
Schneller, schneller.
Zerstörer
Let's surface and just drive away. Contact lost.
170 Grad. Traunsteinrauch 0 Grad. 155 Grad. Traunsteinrauch 0 Grad. 175 Grad. Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
But yeah, this worked pretty well now. Finally. Reached Wolfpack gathering point. Do we really need to? We started the war by ourselves.
Zielposition erreicht. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Mission complete. Let's return. 2 days later. I had to try this mission a couple times because it was taking way too much stupid risks. But at least our junior officer had like a experience from this. An Arctic Convoys, this phase is now completed. Military shipping to USSR is growing each month. Yep. Peaky convoy, it's always like a peaky. Convoy was headed to Murmansk, total GRT of sunk 64,764 tons. That's crazy amount of tonnage. And I think this is fair. That was good tonnage. We had like a 4 torpedoes left, but that was pretty good. For now. but the war is getting harder. All right, maybe that's enough U-boat. So here's our weekly schedule. Thursday I'm going to continue Atomfall. It's not terribly for a long game. Stalkerish, Falloutish, very British post-apocalyptic game. I think it has like a lot of influence from the 1960s, 70s British sci-fi, and yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to return to the Deus Ex mods at some point, but Subnautica Below Zero also closing to the end game. Stalker 2, it's in the end game, but it's like long end game. That has been like a very huge game. I like it because it's now patched. It's working. Yay. But anyway, this is the this week's schedule. I'm still debating myself if I should change the schedule. Probably would be good idea, but the new games are coming out, so I want to test those as well. Not just dive in a U-boat. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. If you are happening to watch this on YouTube, please like, maybe even subscribe. If you are watching this on Twitch, please drop me a message. I like to talk during the stream. Some of the games are so built in a way that you have plenty of time to talk. Some games are slightly more hectic. But yeah, I'm definitely waiting Dune Awakening. That's coming out in the next month. So we are probably going to test it before it's getting launched. So that's my idea at least. But anyway, hey, have a nice day. I'm signing off here.